Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of ExcelR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. ExcelR. We don't just train, we build careers.
Yes, so the collaboration with ExcelR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if ExcelR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Hi everyone, good evening. I think I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Thank you, Sushmita, for responding. So before we start today's session, let's just recall what we have done in last session so that the students will join meanwhile. Okay, so in the last session, as I told you guys that we are going to start, like we are going to solve one project that is like a Django project, which is basically called as in student management. Okay, so here the abstract was itself is creating a student management system where if you add some data from the front end, it will go sit in the back end. And I told you that I'm going to show you where we can even perform what CRUD operations on it. Okay, so here we saw like what is a Django, what are the key features of Django also we saw. Like we have something called as an battery included approach, a rapid development. We have security, we have scalable, we have admin interface, we have REST framework for API, all those things we saw. Correct. And we started creating a virtual machine. Like in order to create a Django project, first you should have a Visual Studio Code. And ma'am, can we use any other platforms? I'll tell you that file history, or you can say that the structure of the file can be very interactively visible in VSC. That is the reason I suggest you guys to go ahead with the VSC code. And once you open the VSC code, please change it, the PowerShell to the command prompt, and then install the virtual machine. So you need not to repeat the steps every time. Today I will show you, like, because as we have already repeated few number of steps like creating the virtual environment, all those things. Okay. So, and we have installed, we saw what is this ASGI, WSGI, we saw what is settings.py, urls.py. And like once you start using the things, so how to add the application name inside this installed app, and then we wrote the couple of things, right? So today we will see like how we can create what models. I will just write something called as what models. Okay, so before we start today's session, so let me just open the file, okay, and then we'll start. Okay, so for that, see, this is my project. So I'm just going to open BSC code first. Okay, everybody see the screen. Okay, so once you open BSC code, the first thing you have to do is open the file, open the folder. Okay, and you have to use what project, select that folder. Okay, and what next is just pull your terminal up and then check whether, see, here we are already in the command prompt, not in the PowerShell. So just take the command prompt. Now we are in the project. So inside the project only I installed virtual machine. So it is better to activate. How to activate? A test is basically my virtual environment. And then under the scripts, I have something called as what? Activate. And then if you just click on enter, see, the test got activated. Okay, now we have to change the directory to what? P1. Okay, and then change the directory to what? Student. Okay, change the directory to what? Student. And in order to run the code, we have to use what? Python manage.py, and then we have something called as a run server. Okay, there is some mistake in my typing. Okay, so now if you just click on this enter, so you're just going to get like how you can see we are going to get. Okay, and it is saying that there is no static file or the static directory, so you can just click on the follow. So it is just going to open, and like as per the yesterday's session, if you just give something called as an index, see, we are going to get. And we have also done like as soon as you click on the header, we are going to get what one pop-up message. Okay, I will tell you today's session will be more interesting because our project is going to complete. Okay, so now what is this model? Let me just connect my pen at first. Okay, so now let me say, in the last session itself, okay, we have understood like few concepts, right? What is like, how does this Django basically works? We have already seen, correct? Let me just repeat that figure or the picture again. Okay, so what is that means? So basically, we will have what? We will have someone called as an user here. So user is going to interact with the Django application. Okay, with the Django application. So how they are going to interact? Basically with what? URLs. Okay, basically with URLs, they are going to interact. Okay, that URL files we have already created as something called as what? urls.py. So whenever you go to some browser, okay, this is the browser. Okay, this is the browser. And whenever you go to the browser, so here we basically have to give the link, correct? See, if I just go to my mail, can you see this is basically my what? The URL path. And if you just come here, see, this is basically my URL path. So like that, I'm going to create. So once I'm going to create a path, something like that, what is going to happen means my URLs is going to connect to something called as views. Okay, sometimes views itself will have a code and then it will revert back. And sometimes this views will be connected to something called as what? Models, and something called as what? We have something called as templates. Okay, we have something called as what? Templates. Okay, so what is this models or what is this templates? So yesterday we saw templates, correct? What is that? It is nothing but including the HTML file. Guys, I even taught like how you can include what? JavaScript also inside it. That alert message also I taught you. Okay, and the today's session is we have something called as models. So what is the meaning of models? So how can we tie up this front end to a back end? Any idea to anyone? So this is the picture, correct? So what is this model? What is this model? So basically, model is nothing but a database. What is it? Model is nothing but a database. But what? A database. Now, what is this database? I think when I took my first session itself, I told database is nothing but a structured way of representing the data. Okay, so here it is basically database management system. Okay, it is basically what database management system. So, ma'am, fine, ma'am, you are saying something like database management system. So, what we have to do? See, if it is DBMS, okay, if it is DBMS, what we have to do? First, we have to create a database. Correct? We have to create what? We have to create a database name, all those things. Correct. And we have to use that database name. Correct. We have to use that database name, all those things. Correct. After this, we have to create a table, create a table name, and then we have to pass what we have to pass, what is that, column name we have to pass, and then we have to pass a data type. Okay, and then we have to give what constraints. Okay, we have to give the constraints. So like this you can repeat for how many number of columns you want. For so many number of columns you can repeat it. Okay, so let me just copy and then paste it. Okay, so let me just put it over here. Okay, so let me just do this and then add it over here and then close it, and then end of it will be the terminator. So this is now basically we do. But in Django, basically I have already told that it is a rapid development. Just a second. Close the door. Okay. So as I told you that it is a rapid development, do we need all these things? Friends? No, guys. Okay, it's very simple. Why means if you just go to this Visual Studio Code, so here only we have something called as models. Can you see here? This is basically models. So here you can create a model. Okay, fine, ma'am. I'm going to create a model. See here, you can see something called as migrations. Can you see here, migrations? See here, nothing is there in our migration. See here also, we don't have anything. See, once I create a model, the code will be added, and it will also say that when exactly that the migrations have happened. Okay. Now, fine, ma'am, you are going to create a model, but where exactly we are going to see? So there are so many different types of databases that we database management system or to different softwares that we can connect in Django. What are those? Let me say you have something called as MySQL Workbench. Correct. We have MySQL Workbench. We have something called as a XAMPP. I will tell you when you are using MySQL Workbench, XAMPP basically will not support in most of the system. I can't say all, but most of the system. Okay, but I'm not going to use any of this. There is, if you just go to the settings. Okay, if you just go to the settings, so here itself we have some kind of database which is already inbuilt. Can you see? There is something called as django.db.backends.sql lite 3. Okay, so I'm just going to, I have already installed, so you guys have to install that. We have what? We have something called as in db backends.sql lite 3. Okay, so if I just go back here, okay, if I just go back here, can you see this is basically db browser sql lite. Okay, so if you just double click on this, okay, if you just double click on this, so this is how basically it is going to open. So you can just open the database. Okay, you can just open the database, just go to the desktop, like wherever we have created the file, and ours is like basically like a project. And then if you just go to this P1, and then if you just go to the student, and here we have something called as okay, so now what we have to do, we have to just open the database. Let me say if you just open this SQLite, see nothing is there. Can you see if you just click on browse the data, see nothing is there. But once after I create, everything will be added over here. Okay, so first we shall try creating what? A database. What is it that I have to create? So what we are going with db.sqlite 3. db.sqlite 3. Okay, so what exactly we are going to do here? Okay, what exactly we have to do here means, let me just say, first we have to create what? We have to just create a database. Okay, how can we create a database here means? So we are going to, first we have to think what exactly we need in our database. Okay, so I am just going to give my model name. Model name is nothing but my database as well as my table name. Okay, database name. Okay, database name. Okay, and we have something called as database name and table name. Both are same here. Okay, so I'm just going to create that as what? Courses. I'm just going to create as what? I'm just going to create as what? Courses. Okay, what I want under this courses, let me just do that. Okay, so this is basically, I want something called as the C name. Okay, I want something called as a C name, that is the student name or course name. Okay, I will just something like course name. I'm just going to create something called as a course name. Okay, after this, let me just say, I'm going to create something called as course duration. Okay, I'm going to that, I will just make it as a C dur. Okay, this is basically called as what? Course duration. Okay, course duration. Okay, so course duration. Okay, after this we have what? We have something called as an C price. Okay, so this is basically nothing but what? Course price. This is what I'm currently adding into my database. Okay, that is the student details. I'm going to give what is that student, basically like what is the name of the student, I mean what is the course name, what is the duration, and then what is the price. Suppose if you want, you can just even give what is that student name. Okay, you can just give what? Student name. I will just give something like student name because basically ID will be created. So I thought I will ignore it, but that's okay. I will just remove the student name. Based on the IDs only, we will just do it. Okay. Now we got to know what is the table name that we give and then what are the things that we are going to create. Now, how to create? Let me just go back here. Okay, we have something called as models. Okay, we have something called as what? Models. So now what I will do is, from this models, we are going to use a OOPS concept. That is, I'm basically going to use something called as a class here. Okay, and you can see the changes that is happening down. Okay, and then I'm going to create what? I'm going to create something called as courses. Class courses. So it is nothing but what? My database name, or it is nothing but my table name. Okay, inside this, first I'm going to write something called as models. Okay, what is this models? Means this is the main class. Okay, this is the main class. Inside this, I'm going to use something called as model. Okay, I'm going to create a class called as a courses. That is nothing but a database or a table name, which is there inside something called as a models or what? Model. Okay, now inside this, I'm just going to create all my things. What is that? First is my C name. That's basically my models. I'm just going to say include in it. And then I'm going to give something called as char field. Okay, I'm just going to give it as what? Wait, I'll just make it as capital C. Okay, CHAR. Okay, and then I'm just going to give FIELD. Okay, char field, and then you can give the maximum length because even we give this under normal database also. So maximum length is equals to what? 50. Okay, maximum length is equals to what? 50. Okay, after this, what I will do, I'm just going to write something called as an CDUR. That is equals to what? Again, models. So that is the duration. Duration is nothing but it will be given in the form of integer. I'm just going to give something called as integer. So here I is capital. Dot INTE. Okay, integer. So that I'm doing something wrong because it is not by default showing. Okay, but let's just see. Like if it throws an error, I will correct. Okay, integer field, and you need not to give a length for it. Okay, after that we have something called as a C price. So basically, this is the float. So like because the price we can give in the form of a float or something, I'll just give what? Integer. Okay, integer field. That's all. This is how basically we are going to create a model. You can see that. See, you have applied, you have 18 unapplied migrations. Okay, your project may not work properly until you apply the migrations for the admin author content type session. So it is saying me to apply the migrations. Okay, in order to apply the migrations, so basically we have two commands. Okay, so what? So what are those commands? Means I will just do it here. Okay, so I'll just do it here. So the system is kind of one second. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to add it over here. Okay, something and all it has been typed here. Let me just remove. Okay, I will show you again. See, nothing is there here. Correct? Nothing is there. Now see, I'm going to apply the migrations. How to apply? So the first thing is we need to perform some migrations. So for that, I'm going to add something called as Python, okay, manage.py, and then we have something called as what? Make migrations. We have something called as make migrations. So once you do see, it is saying that yes, migrations for the student app is done. So they have created a model called as courses. Now just go back here and refresh this. Okay, see, still we are not able to see the reflection in our database. But I have to see. For that, we have to give one more command that's basically called as migrate. That is Python. Okay, that is what Python. Okay, manage.py, and then we have something called as what migrate. We have something called as what migrate. So now see, all the migrations are applied, and if you just go back here and if you just refresh, see, ID name, can you see? And if I just go click on my where is my can you see student app courses? See, if you just click on, can you see ID, C name, C duration, and then price? Can you see, guys? Can you see here? One quick message in the chat, please. Guys, can you see here? My database has been reflected. Can you see whatever that I have created in my Python file? You can actually see this in what? See this on the database. Now I like whatever the data I add in my browser. So if this is a browser, I'm going to create a form, and if I add the data into that form, I want it to go sit here. Okay, I'm going to just sit here. So that what we can do, I'm just going to show you guys. Okay, before that, let me just add the data like whatever that I have created. Hope so for everyone it's clear till here. One quick message, guys, please. Okay, models.py is done, and then you have to apply what? Two commands. What is that? Python. Okay, manage.py, and then what? Make migrations. Okay, after this we have something called as an Python. Okay, manage.py migrate. Okay, these are the two commands. Now what I have to do, I have to create a model. So what is that model that I am going to create? Means I will just go here, okay, and inside this template, I'm just going to create a new file, and then I'm just going to make it as what? Create. What I will give something called as create course. Okay, I'll just give something called as create course.html. Okay, I'm just going to give something called as an create course.html. Now I will start creating what? My form. So DOC and then tab. Okay, so now what I will do inside this body, I will start creating a form. Okay, we already know that form has two things. One is called as an action, and then another one is called as a method. So under this method, we have three kinds, I guess, but we will most probably go either with the get method or with the post method. But get method does not provide the security for our data, but the post method does. So I will just go with what? Post method. And then action, I will tell you what we will do with that action. Okay, so now what I will do, I'm just going to open this, okay, percentage. Okay, so as I use a post method, so we have to pass some token that's basically called as CSRF token. Okay, it's called as what? CSRF token. Okay, and then what? Percentage. Always remember, you should give the proper gaps. Django, I can say that if the structure is created properly, then only everything will work, or else nothing will work and we will go mad basically. Okay, now I'm going to create a table inside that because I want everything to be in a structured way. I'm going to give TR, and inside this TD, I'm just going to give something called as course name. Okay, and before this, you can just give one heading saying that student database. You can give something called as what? Student database. Okay, student database, and then course name, and then TD. So I'm just going to write something called as an input type. So that's basically the text. And whenever you want to make the connection with the database, you should definitely pass the name. Okay, that is basically what? C name. Okay. After this, we have what? We have something called as a TR, one more TR, and then we have one more TD. Let me say it is called as what? Course duration. Okay, it is called as what? Course duration. Okay, so and then I'm just going with another TD, and then it is an input type. So here the type will become what? Number. Okay, and then the name will become what? The name will become something called as C price. Okay, name will become what? C price. Okay, after this, okay, after this, let me just create another TR and then another TD. So this is basically course price. Okay, this is basically called as what? Course price. And then we have something called as an TD, and then we have something called as an input type. So this is basically called as what? Number. Okay, and here also I'm just going to pass a name that's basically called as what? C price. Sorry, this is C duration, right? See, this is basically C dur. Okay, and this is basically called as what? This one. Okay, after this, I'll just create one more tier. Okay, I'm just going to create one more tier and then one more TD. I will just give something called as what? Submit. Okay, I'm just going to give submit. And always remember, this will work only if we create a path, correct? So let me just go create a path for it. Okay, and here we have to add something called as block data. I think it will work without that, but that's okay. We will not give block data. Okay, now what I will do, I will just go here. Okay, and then I'm just going to create a path. Okay, I'm just going to create what? I'm just going to create a path called as course. Okay, I'm just going to create a path, and that's basically called as what? Course. Okay, and then we have what? We have something called as views dot course. Okay, we have something called as what? Views dot course. Or else just make it as what? Views dot course form. Anything is fine. Okay, so now what I will do, I will just go to the views because that's how it works, right? So once you give the path, it will come to the views. See, if I run here, it will throw an error saying that it's not there. Can you just see here? See, it is going to say an error saying that there is no attribute called as a course form. So you have to create that. Let me just create, okay, define. What is that? It is basically called as course form. Okay, so let me just create, okay, I'll just create something called as course form. Okay, course form, and then I'm just going to password request. Okay, and then I'm just going to return. Okay, as I already told you yesterday that if it is a file, then we have to use what? A render. Whenever you use render, you have to pass a request, and then what is that file? I have created something called as create course.html. Correct. See, now my server is absolutely working without any errors. Just take this link, go here. Okay. And if you just give something called as course, okay, because that is the name that I have given. See, we are going to get the database. I mean, we are going to get the table. Okay, now here you can just give something called as the course name. You can give as full stack development. Okay, full stack what? Development. Okay, and course duration of this is around 6 months. So how much it will come? Around 360 days. Okay. So 360 days price we will consider around 70,000. Okay, we will consider 70,000 and click on submit. See, we don't know where the data is going. If you just go check in the database also, and if you just go refresh, see, none of the data is coming, isn't it? So now what I want my data to come over there. Before it gets into my database, first I want my data to be displayed right on the screen. Where I want right on the screen. So for that, what I will do, I'm just going to create another path. Okay, I'm just going to create another path. So that's basically called as what? That's basically called as create course. Okay, that's basically called as what? Create course. And we have something called as views. Okay, views dot what? Create course. Okay, I'm just passing another file so that as soon as you click on it, it will redirect to that. Okay, now I will just go to this views. Okay, and I'm just going to create it. Let me just say define, and then I'm just going to say create course. Okay, I'm just going to say create course. What to this? I'm just going to pass what? A request. I'm just going to pass what? A request, and if request, okay, so here, what is that request that I have given, guys? If you just go to my templates, okay, where is it? Okay, if you just see here, see, we have given post method. Correct. So I'm just going to write a code here that if my request dot method is equals to post, my request dot method is equals to post. Okay, then what it should do? So then it should get the value of what? C name, C dur, and then C price. So what I will do means I'm just going to write request dot post. For what it should post? It should post for C name. So I have to print for other things. So I will just pass this to one variable. Let me just say X. Okay, and then I'll just give Y is equals to what? Request. Okay, dot post. Okay, and then we have what? We have something called as CNAME and then what? CDUR. Okay, and then we have Z, and that's basically called as what? Request dot what? Post. Okay, and then we have something called as what? C price. Okay, and then we have something called as an C price. Okay, after this, we are just going to say something called as a return HTTP response. Okay, and we are just going to say X. Okay, and then we can give some kind of dots or something, and then we can just print the value. Okay, dots, and we can just go with what? Z. Okay, now still now the data is why? Anybody have idea why still our data will not come? See, if I just give this, okay, and I'll just give 360 days, and then if I just give around 20,000 rupees, okay, now still the data is not going to come. Why means wherever that I have created the table, I have to pass the action. What I have to pass? I have to pass the action. That's basically called as what? Create course. That's basically called as what? Create course. Okay. So now let's just see whether now we are able to get it or not. Okay. So now if I just go back here, refresh here, and then let me just click on continue. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'm just going to give full stack development, and then I'm just going to give something like 360. Okay. And then I'm just going to give around 35,000. Okay. And now if I click on submit, can you see I'm getting my data? Basically, as soon as you click, it is what is happening. It is redirecting to another file. Is it clear? Anybody have doubt? One quick message, guys. Thank you so much. No, thank you, Kalyan, for responding. Okay. So now I'll just paste the data like whatever. Thank you, Pranali. Thank you. Okay. So now whatever I have done, I'm just going to paste the data so that it will be there for your reference. Okay. Create course. Reviews. Well, okay, thank you. Okay, now if I go to database, still my data is not getting pasted. But what we have to do, I want basically once if I add the data from the front end, I want it to go sit in what? My database. Correct. So how can I add? So now basically I'm talking about CRUD operations that I have to perform. What is it? I want to perform what? CRUD operations. What is that CRUD operations? First I have to create the data and then read the data. Correct. First is what? Created, and then read. Okay, read, update, and then delete. Update, and then what? We have something called as delete. Okay, I will try my max of max time. Yeah, update and then delete in order to perform. But okay, we'll see what is going to happen. Okay, so now in order to create this, what I have to do is first I have to import my database here. Whatever the database table name that I have created, I have to import that over here. What is that? Let me just say from, okay, dot models. Okay, I have to import what? I have to import something called as what? Courses. Okay, this is the database table name that I have given. Okay, now I'm going to make a small edit over here. What is it? I have to create in my database. So we have some function called as an create where all these variables I'm going to pass into it. Okay, how to pass means I'm just going to make C1, one variable. Okay, and then I have to give something called as an courses. That's basically called as what? Database name. Okay, after this, I have something called as objects. Okay, and then what we have something called as create. Okay, so this is the syntax I can say in order to push into the database. Okay, where I'm just going to give cname is equals to x. Okay, and then I'm just going to give cdur is equals to y, and then I'm just going to give something c price is equals to what, z. Okay, after this, you have to save that c1 dot save, then only it is going to save the data. After this, I don't want my data, but instead I need one message. What is that message? Let me say I want a record inserted successfully. Record inserted successfully. Okay, sorry, SSFULLY, right? So successfully. So now let's see, guys. Now let's just give a check whether I will be like, if I add the data in my table, okay, if I add my data in my table, will I be able to add the data into my database? So let's just give a check into it. Okay, so now where is my browser? So this is my browser. Let me just go and then let me just add. I'm just going to give something like FSD Python. Okay, I'm just going to give what? FSD Python. Okay, and then duration, let me just give around 360 days. Okay, and then payment, I'll give around 50,000. That like course price. Okay, if I now it should redirect to another file that is basically called as create course, and then it should say record submitted successfully. Okay, let me click on submit. See, it is saying record inserted successfully. See, if I just refresh, the data will be added over here. Can you see, guys? Can you see? The data has been added to what? A database. Anybody have doubt? You can just drop one message. See, we got the data. See, we got the data. Correct. Now, anybody have doubt? You can just drop one quick message. Thank you so much. Okay. So now I will paste my data, whatever that I have added, copy, and then let me just come. Okay, this is for creating. Okay, this is for creating. Okay, so can you please explain once again the last concept? So that this one, like, okay, I didn't do anything. Basically, whatever the database I have created, I have passed my database. Okay, objects is nothing but whatever is there in that courses as the like the column names, all those things are called as an objects. We are saying it to create into my database. What it has to create, cname as the x value, like whatever the value I'm passing in my form, it should go sit here, and this x should come here and then add it into my database. Similarly with y and then z, and I'm saying it to save. That's all, nothing else. Okay, now I doesn't want only in my database, I also want one table here to be inserted, and that should be my default table. What is it? See, I want here, as soon as I run, my default page should be what? My database. Like whatever I'm adding over there, I want all the data to be present over here. So for that, what I will do means I'm just going to create one path. Okay, for that, I'm just going to create one path. Let me just go to this views. Okay, and then I'm just going to create one path. So what's that path? That's basically this. Okay, and we are going to give something called as views dot get course. I'm just going to give. See why I'm giving it as empty means the default page I wanted. So, okay, course, and that's all. Okay, I don't want to pass name, game and all. That's all. Okay, now what is the mistake? Student views has no. Okay, because I have not created anything yet. So, okay, and under this templates, I'm going to create one more file, and that's basically called as a dashboard.html. Okay, dashboard.html. Okay, so now what I will do, okay, now what I will do, I will just go to this views. Okay, I will just go to this views, and whatever that I have given that path, I'm just going to give that a get course. Okay, I'm just going to give get course, and then we have what? A request. Okay, so here I'm just going to do what? A return. Okay, and then I'm just going to render and then request. Okay, we have something called as what? Dashboard.html. Okay, dashboard dot what? HTML. So now we shall see like how we can retrieve the data from back end to till here. Okay, we have to see like how we can request the data. So before, okay, so first what I have to do is, okay, so now if you just go here, okay, if you just go here and then refresh, okay, see it is showing empty now. So till now it was showing like page not found, but now it is like empty. So now if I go and then create whatever I want in the data, I mean dashboard table, you will be able to see. Okay, I'm just going to create DOC and then tab, and then here I'm just going to give one heading saying that database information. Okay, database information of students. Of what? Students. Okay, now what I will do, I'm just going to create a table first. Okay, I'm going to create what? No, first wait. Okay, before creating a table, what I'll do, I'll try to get the data first. Okay, so what I'll do means I'll just go to this views. Okay, so in order to get the data, guys, okay, I'm going to take one variable. Let me say it's a content. Okay, and I'll keep this one as empty. Now, whatever the data that I have in my database, what is my database? That's basically what? Courses dot objects. Okay, dot all. I'm using all. That means everything I want it to be added inside my content of data. Okay, I want it to be added into what? Content of data variable. Okay, now whenever you request, and if you request something called as an content, you are going to basically get it. Okay, see now if you just go back, okay, and if you just refresh, can you see? Okay, it's not yet coming because I have not passed anything into my database table. So if I just go here and if I just call that data, how can you call a variable? Have you guys ever wondered like how we can call the data into a HTML file? Is we have something called as Jinja prediction. This double curly brackets are basically called as Jinja prediction. Okay, here not only like calling the variables, we can also we can create for loop, while loop, everything we can create in HTML when you understand Django better. Okay, now let me just go back here, and if I just refresh, can you see? We are not able to get it properly. Correct? We are not able to get it properly. So now, in order to get the data properly, what I will do, I'm going to make a sheet in an interesting way. Like I want it in the form of a table. Okay, it's saying that there is only one object, but I want it in the form of what? Table. So in order to do that, let me just create it. Okay, I'm just going back here and then I will just create a table. Okay, and then I'll just create a tr. Okay, and then I will just create a th, and then I'll just make it as what? Course name. Okay, and then what? Course name. Okay, and I'm just going to use something called as an th, and then we have something called as course duration. Okay, we have something called as course duration. Okay, and then we have something called as what? Course price. Okay, we have what? Something called as course price. Okay, so now, so if you just go back here, you can just check it on, and if you just refresh, see, you have started getting it. Suppose if you need a table, you can just add a border here. Okay, let's what? Add a border. We'll just give around 1 px. Okay, now let's just see the border has been added on. Yeah, see, we got the border. Correct? So not only this, I want two more things, two more options, but first we will start getting it. So guys, now I have only one data. Correct. I have what? I have only one data. But one data itself has so many things, like it has ID, it has CNAME, it has C duration price. That means it has to repeat. In order to repeat something, what we are going to use? We are going to use something called as for loop. Okay, I'm just going to create that. How to create a for loop inside the HTML using Django is like this. Okay, for, okay, let me just say D in what? Data. D in data, and then we have what? Percentage. Okay, D in what? Percentage. Now what I will do, I'll just go out of this and then create a TR, and I'm just going to create the data. The first one is what? See, I'm storing all the data of data into D. So first D dot what? CNAME. Correct. After this, let me just create something called as D dot CDURE. That is basically what? Duration dot what is it? A CDURE. Okay. After this, we have what? We have something called as okay D dot price. Okay, we have what? C dot price. Okay, now let's just see whether we are getting it or not. Okay, so now if you just refresh, okay, it is saying that template syntax error. looking. Okay, once we use for, no, we have to even end it, guys. Okay, so you can just come before this and then you can end it. How means it is like percentage end for. Okay, and then percentage. Okay, so I will just save this and if I just go back here and refresh, can you see? Is that okay? I think something I've done a mistake. If I see everything is coming in one, okay. Here, see duration. Okay, TR. I am waiting like this. Okay, follow. See, my table is showing some problems. The price should come here. No, price is not coming. Duration is coming. Okay. Why my price is not taking the data? Okay, it is C price. So that is the reason it is not. Guys, did you see? This is the very minute changes also. Let's see. Now we started getting it. Clear? Anybody have doubt till here? One quick message in the chat, please. Okay, now what I want is not only this, I want to get my ID. Okay, along with the ID, I want to get something called as what? Edit and then delete. Okay, I want to get what? I want to get something called as edit and then delete also. Okay, so what we can do is we can just go and then if you want, you can give edit or else you can just go and then create it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So now let's just get back here. Okay. And I'm going to create two more things here. Okay. So what is that? That's basically edit and then delete. So I'll just come down here. Okay. And here you can first create something called as edit. Okay. Edit. And here I'm going to give one more that's basically called as delete. Edit and then delete. Okay. So it's like TD. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'm just see as soon as I click, basically I want it to link to one other file. So I'm just going to create one A tag here. Okay. And I'm just going to give some option, something like this. Let me just say edit. Okay, still I have not written the code. It will not work. Okay, but you can just see it. This is basically called as what? Edit. Okay, so whenever I do the edit, I basically want the edit to get something called as ID. Okay, d dot what? ID. So based on the ID only we are going to edit. That is the reason. Okay, and same thing for the delete. I'll just copy this. Okay, based on what we are going to delete, based on the delete option only we are going to delete. So this is basically called as what? Delete. Okay, delete and then d dot id, and this is basically called as what? Delete. Okay, so now let's just see here what has happened to our data. Can you see? Edit. See, if I click on here, keep observing here. Okay, observe here. See, it will show the ID 1. Can you see? It is showing the ID 1. Okay. Guys, there is a important announcement from ExcelR. So, Sushmita, you there?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I stopped presenting my screen. Yeah, I basically continue.
Yeah, just for 10 to 15 minutes will take. So, yeah,
Okay,
we
okay.
do have Nitya ma'am. So, good evening, Nitya ma'am.
A very good evening, Shushmita. Thank you, Akshita, for a wonderful session which you were taking through.
Thank
So,
you, Nitya.
Akshita, let me take a few minutes to discuss with all the participants, and then I will, I mean, you can take it back.
Sure, Nitya. Yeah.
Thank you, Akshita.
Thank
So, Shushmita, I would request the chat to be open for all the students. So, when the
Okay.
questions are there, so they can probably use the chat window to quickly ping, and you can also let me know about the queries in case if they have.
Yeah, sure, ma'am, definitely.
Yeah. So before that, let me present my screen. So hope you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Yeah. Okay. So how are you all, dear participants? So I would want your answers quickly in the chat window because this is going to be a quick talk and a lot of discussions. And of course, we are going to enrich this program into a different zone in actual. So before that, I would want a few of your answers quickly in the chat window to know. Yes, that's nice. Gayatri, doing good. Okay. So how far have you traveled in terms of the project excellence, mastering your minor and major projects? Can I get quickly your answers fast? See, only if you get engaged in this, then probably it'll be interesting. And you, yeah, whatever I would like to say will also be quickly told. Okay, it's too informative. Okay. Um, Shushmita, you can mute others.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think Abhinav is unmuted. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm getting answers only from Gayatri. How about others? There are no responses from, so I believe only Gayatri is enjoying the session. Okay, then to Gayatri alone, should I proceed forward in asking the questions? Come on, hurry up. Let me see a few more answers from you all. I don't get to see any answers from anybody. Okay, so let's imagine that you're walking into your dream job. Okay, it's more practical, which is required in this field. Thank you, Gayatri. So let's imagine, okay, I am getting responses. That is nice. Into a dream job, interview with confidence and backed up with the real world experiences which you're going to learn now. And all of these are industry recognized skills. What would be your next step? Okay, the sessions are helpful. All right. My question is, you are walking into your dream job, okay, or a dream job career or an interview with confidence, and that is totally backed by real world experience and industry recognized skills. So what will you do? What will be your next step? I would want the answers fast. No answers? Okay, I'll repeat the question. Now you're already into the project excellence, mastering your minor and major projects. Okay. Now, what would be your next step in your career? What is that, if at all, if you would want to walk towards your dream job, what would you do? It's very simple. You'll start preparing for your interviews. Yes, that's the right answer, Gayatri. To build more projects, to know on the working of software. Yes, that is what something, well, that is something which I was actually looking out for. So, not only in terms of the project excellence, mastering your minor projects and overview, which a good number of activities and real world scenarios with the project based scenarios are given. But XLR, now in collaboration with, let me move to the next slide. XLR, now in collaboration with NASSCOM Future Skills Prime and Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, now have an industry mentor guided program, that is projects and internship, which is certainly enhancing your skills with the experiential learning. So what is that which will transform you is transform your career with the NASSCOM Future Skills Prime projects and internship with an industry relevant hands-on experience which will shape your career and help you in connecting to your dream job. So far, we have seen 1 lakh success stories. They are the transformed who have transformed their career through our platform. So if you think that you would also want to join this, be a part of the success story, what is that you will have to do is first know what are the program highlights of it. This is a the program entirely consists or comprises of the comprehensive learning where you would get certified with a mentorship. That is, mentors will guide you with the real world projects, and they are the problems created by the industry, the statement problems, that is at the industry level based on the industry requirements. They get to see that these are the actual ones. Earlier, it was once upon a time, it was so that the students used to get trained after that is on specific areas, after which they are being onboarded by a company. They will be put under training. Now we are not going to fall into that category. Now it is advanced. There are a lot of techniques and there are a lot of requirements in the industry which they wanted the person whom they would want to hire to immediately start with their work. So based on that, we the projects or the internship programs are in discussion with the industry experts and designed completely and exclusively for you. And this also has a credit-based program where you will earn the credits as you advance through the curriculum. And this is completely at your pace learning, wherein you say that, yes, I would want to apply knowledge in the real world projects, earn the credits, make my resume shine. Then how do I do it? It is simple. All that you have to do is choose from the 20 plus high demand technology tracks, which is listed here, like AI, ML, full stack Java, digital marketing associate, data science, machine learning, Java programming, and in connect or in under the guidance of our mentor, you would be were trained on those. The live example is this session, which is an ongoing session, how the trainers are instructing you and delivering those skills or imparting those knowledge to you. The same way, you would be undergoing the training program on the you would be given the privilege also to choose the tracks. After choosing, you would be undergoing a training, and how that works also I will tell you. So the I will not talk about the placement now. I will talk about your why you will have to choose, and then the program features of it. So what happens is, when you're choosing this program, you get a complete hands-on experience, future-proof skills, and you would be given LMS access for one entire year to work on your projects and internship. And you will also get exposed to explore the other set of the self-paced modules which are under the XLR platform. And through this, you would have a you will be able to showcase your internship projects through your the certificate which is being issued with our collaboration with NASCOM. So which is again your portfolio will increase, your resume weightage increases, as in, and thereby you would be able to so how you will be doing it is this is how you, once you enroll yourself into this projects and internship, you will undergo a complete 70 hours of training, where that 70 hours is broken into 60 hours of self-paced learning at your own pace. As and when, once you are coming from the college, you take your time to prepare yourself on under the self-paced module, and there is a complete 10 hours of mentor guidance which will be given, which is live online, like how you are being instructed by the trainer Akshata. The same way you would undergo 10 hours of mentoring and guidance, and you will have lot of materials, recording study materials, quizzes which will be uploaded in the LMS, and you will get 1 year complete access for doing your projects and internship. Or not only that, you will be able to explore the other set of programs, and that also adds where you will be able to use that for 1 year. Okay. And final assessment, you will have your assessment through this project and internship based on your evaluation, your attendance, your performance, everything. You would be given a awarded with a certificate which is from NASCOM and ExcelR, a joint certificate. And it not only ends there, you will have an additional 240 plus hours of campus recruitment training. Now, what is this is, you are doing, you get to see that, okay, these are the hands-on experience, real world examples, which I will have to learn on, and you become experts on those hands-on projects under the guidance of the industry experts. All that is done, but we don't leave you there. Again, we are grooming you a little, making you prepared for the job interviews. Once after we prepare that, how the 240 hours will have your aptitude test, your logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills training. All of these training programs will be inbuilt in your, that is in your LMS portal. You will experience that. And also under the guidance of the mentor, you would be able to create your own resume. The mentor will be able to, they will guide you through that, which is the internship which you will have to put first. So this again, like there are companies that of different interest. So the mentor will be able to guide you that, okay, there is a company by name Infosys. This is a project which is of utmost importance, which should be highlighted on your resume. So thereby you get to say that, okay, these are the action items which I will have to put forth to attract the company. And then again, see, presentability is very, very important. So the way you present yourself, so it is through words, through your personality. Again, for that, soft skills training is there and under the 240 hours of campus recruitment training. And you also will showcase your resume in such a way that the moment the interviewer sees it, he understands that, okay, I have a requirement and that is to the point. It is not that, okay, on the fifth page or on the third page of your resume, there is an the project internship which is mentioned, and that he gets to see very late or he doesn't see at all. So all of these guidance are given, and you would be thoroughly assessed and analyzed by the mentor, and also you will be pushed to the next level. That is the placement assistance will be provided. And the placement assistance is from the 5,000 hiring partners of ExcelR. Okay. And here are the list of tracks from which you can choose. Now, here I mentioned that you would be given a certificate that is with NASSCOM Future Skills Prime and ExcelR. If the program like digital marketing associate, data science and machine learning, data analytics, business intelligence, deep learning, NLP, artificial intelligence, full stack Java, MERN stack, DevOps, not DevOps, Python full stack, prompt engineering, then React JS, testing tools. If these are the programs you choose, you will get a certificate from NASSCOM Future Skills Prime and ExcelR. If at all, if you happen to choose a program like IoT or Tally, cybersecurity, you will get a certificate from ExcelR. Now, why is this differentiation is? These are the set of courses which are being, what is it? They are being reviewed and agreed on where the NASSCOM would want to issue a certificate. And these are the category of courses where ExcelR would be giving you a certificate. Okay. And how the program flow looks like is, as I said, it is not just dumped here. It is with a lot of activities behind the screen, which is being done in connection with the industry experts. We have derived on the problem statements. Based on the problem statements, we have worked with the mentors in curating this entire curriculum. And that is, again, having a blended model that is a live online and self-paced learning. Again, that self-paced will have 60 hours and live, that is mentor guidance will be of 10 hours. As you're going through, the trainer will be giving you a lot of assessments and assignments. You will have to clear those. And during your journey, you would be exploring and learning a lot of real case scenario projects. Towards the end, you will get a certificate from the eminent bodies, NASSCOM Future Skills Prime and ExcelR. And finally, you get moved into a placement. So this is where ExcelR completely starts from grooming you, building your strengths in the industry, and of course on the projects and internship, and helps you in reaching to the dream. Okay. So once you're moved into the campus drive, you're being shortlisted by the campus drive team. The team will tell you that which are the companies coming in, what are the projects and internships which you will have to highlight it, put accordingly. All these will guidance will be given. You will be given mock drill, mock interviews, and everything, and then you will be given the placement opportunities. So this is the entire journey which happens in the internship. And as I told you, this is the certificate which you will get from NASSCOM Future Skills Prime and ExcelR. Okay, so until here, if anybody has any questions, please let me know. You can ping in the chat window. Okay, what is NASSCOM? Okay, I will tell you. Okay. Any more questions, anybody? Yes, I'll just come to that part. Any questions? Any more questions? Those who have pinged me, I will answer you those questions. Okay. So as I told you, this is all about the projects and internship program. And somebody has asked, what is NASCOM? No doubts, ma'am. Ma'am, should we pay any amount? Okay. Now, this is the registration link. 1 minute. This is the enquiry form. If anybody has any questions, maybe now or later, you can just drop your queries here in the registration link. Okay. Whatever queries you have, you can just drop it here. And for those who had asked, what is NASCOM? NASCOM is National Association of Software Service Companies, and it is a NGO. It's a non-government trade association, and they certify the programs, and it is a skill development skill body. Okay, it's a government body. It's a non-governmental organization, and what they do is they certify the programs, and they move it to a next level, so where they connect with the certificates which you take it from NASCOM or the other skill bodies, Ministry of India, all are of having high value, which gets easily recognized by the industries. So if you would want to explore more about what kind of programs are there, so this is an enquiry form QR code. You can just use it to drop your queries, and you can take down the number too. And if you have any more students who are more keen on exploring it in actual, what are the list of programs under this projects and internship, you can scan this QR code. Okay. So on this note, I think someone has again. It is already in process. We have started the projects and internship. So you have any queries, you can drop the queries to this link, the link which I shared you previously. I'll share it. Yeah, you can just call up this number, or you can mail us, or you can scan this QR code and directly enter your details. We will get in touch as well. You can drop your remarks there to know more about the program, and we will definitely connect with you. Okay. So on this note, let me end up here. So for more queries, please reach out to me. Or still, if you have missed out on using the QR code, or if you have logged in through mobile and missed out on those aspects, no worries. You have, yeah, there are certain offers. If at all, yeah, I've received a message from Rajita. It's saying December 2nd offer valid. Okay. So if at all, if some offers and other things are there, definitely we will give you those information. Once you drop the queries, we will connect back to you and we'll give you those information. Okay. Okay. So still, if you have any queries, you can just ping your details here. Sushmita will capture those details and will share it to us. Okay. So, all right. So thanks a lot for giving me a couple of minutes and giving you the insights about the importance of projects and internship. As you're already into the project excellence, I believe that this is definitely going to help you in and add a feather to your resume, and of course, helping in you in reaching to your dream job. Okay. So thanks a lot. Have a wonderful evening with Akshata. So Akshata, over to you. You can move forward.
Thank you, Sushmita. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So guys, let's get back to the project. So this is how we are getting, right? So I want to add some more courses so that if I delete or if I add, can you just see? So if I place on delete, I'm just getting it. So if I click on edit, as I have not created anything for it, so it is not showing anything. Okay. Guys, you guys are back, right? There were so many things that they told. So please get back to the session. Okay, so now I want to add more data. So for that, I'll just go here for the course. Okay, and here you can see, I'll just give FST, we have AWS, we have correct. I'll tell around 30 days. I don't know like how many days, I'm just randomly entering the values. Okay, 15,000, let me just submit. Okay, and let me just get back here. Okay, let me just see here the data has been added or not. Yes, the data has been added. Correct. So similarly, let me just go back here and then let me just refresh this page. After AWS, what are the other courses we have? We have something called as a data science. Guys, can you help me with some course name and then duration so that I'll be little quick. I know in 45 days we cannot complete. I'll give around 60 days. Okay, and I will give around 50,000. Okay, and then submit. Okay, and what else we have? What are the other things, guys? We have Java full stack development, right? FST for what? Java. Okay, FST for what? Java. Yeah, definitely, Gayatri, I will add. Okay, I will give FST for Java around 360 days, and then the course fee around 65,000. Okay, and then let me just click on what? Submit. Okay, and one more AI, right? We say generative AI. All generative AI is going to come anyway, which was in data science, but that's okay. Let me just add it. It will be not more than 30 days. Okay, and let me just say around 30,000 rupees. And then let me just click on submit. I want to add minimum 10 data. Okay, I will add another 3 more. Okay, guys, you can help me in some more. Java over Python over and front end. We'll just give something like front end, or we will just go with React. Okay. So if you go React with any detailed one, so it will take a lot of time. So I'll just go with 20 days or something and around 10,000 rupees. Okay. I think I got some answers. Okay. DevOps, very nice. Okay. Data management. Okay. DevOps is okay. Blockchain. Okay. What is this blockchain? Okay, blockchain. I have heard, but not sure about it. So I just asked. I'll give around 30. Okay, I'll make this B as capital. B as capital, and then the price as what? 50. And then let me just click on submit. Okay, and let me just go back here, refresh. And then we have something called as a data management. Instead of data management, I'll give DBMS. The DBMS. Okay. DBMS. Okay, after this, let me just say duration around 30 days and then the course fee is around 15,000. I think this would be great. Okay, so now if you just go back here, okay, and if I just remove the courses and if I just enter, can you see my data has been added? Correct. So in the place of edit, see if I just click on this, see if I just place, can you keep seeing here, guys? We will be getting the right ID. See, can I see at the bottom left, see we are getting 6. Now if I click on this edit, I should get a 6 as an answer. Okay. For that, what we have to do is we have to create 2 URLs. We have to create what? We have to create 2 URLs. Let me just create that. Okay, this is for the get that I'm creating. So as I have to get along with an record ID, so I'm just going to pass something called as RID. Okay, so this is how we pass the record ID. So we have to put it in what quotes. Okay, after this, let me just put comma and then views dot edit. Okay, we have what? Views dot edit. Okay, after this, we have something like, let me just say path. Okay, and then we just say something called as dot delete. Okay, and we are just going to say RID. Okay, and views dot delete. Okay, views dot what delete. So this is how I have added. Okay, so now what I'll do, so we have to I don't think so we have to create an HTML file, but instead what I will do, I'm just going to a views and then I will just I want to get an ID, so I'll just write define edit. Okay, edit and request. Along with this request, I have to pass what RID. Okay, and let me just write return HTTP response. What is it that I have to write? ID is. Okay, and then I'm just going to pass H1. Okay, and then plus RID. Okay, plus, okay, and then what? H1. And then what? H1. Okay, now let's just see whether we get it or not. Okay, it's saying that there's no interview. Okay, okay, I will just copy this and then I will repeat it for the delete as well. Okay, and okay, and then I'll just make it as what? Delete. Okay, and okay, now let's just see. Okay, it is successfully running. So if I just go ahead here and then if I just see, if I just click on edit, okay, it's still not okay. It is saying that edit one, it is saying I can see the answer over here, but it did not match any of the file in the student's URL. One sec, guys. Let me just see what is the mistake that I have done here. URL edit RID, delete RID. Okay, and let me just go to my dashboard. Edit and then delete. Okay, that is a mistake. Okay, then we use one more line here so that we are going to get it. Okay, I'll just remove this. I'll just remove this. Why I'm not getting 1 second. Delete. Okay, so it is saying that. Okay, now let me just see. Okay, if I just click on edit, no, it is still saying students URL Django, but I'm getting answer over here, but not it's not printing over there, right? Okay. What I'll do means I'm just going to pass the RID feed. Okay, I'll just go to this views. Okay, and here what I'll do, I'm just going to get that ID. So how to get that ID? As usual, we have to give the courses. Okay, dot objects. Okay, in order to get everything, we use or. Okay, in order to get one, we just use get and then ID is equals to what? RID. Okay, and then I'm going to equate this to some variable. Let me just say something like X. Okay, and don't you think so? This X has to be printed somewhere. Okay, now let's just see like if we can get this or not. That should I write something more than this? Okay, let me just see here if it is getting or not. Okay, I'll just go back here. Okay, refresh, edit. Okay, it is still not getting. Okay, I'll try that for delete. It should most probably work because based on that ID only we will be deleting. Okay, I will do this. So in order to delete it, what we are going to do means we are going to do x dot delete. That's all. Nothing more than this. Okay, once it deletes, what it should do means it should redirect back to the normal one. Okay, I don't want to get this ID, so I'll do that instead. Okay, so what I'll do means I'm just going to return. Okay, return something called as redirect. Okay, I'm going to write something called as a redirect and then the forward slash. Okay, and then the forward slash. I think it will throw an error that the redirect is not defined or something. Let's just see. So now see here, if I just delete one, okay, the first one, let me just delete it. Okay, it is saying something is wrong. In a second, we'll see my database. Okay, let me just read it. It's not a deleted. Let me just check my code. What is the mistake in my delete? Okay, this is basically courses only, right? Okay, it is saying that delete one. I think something is wrong with my dashboard here. I think this is only something wrong. Let me just check. Okay, TD A and then we have what edit. Okay, D dot ID. Okay, and then edit we have. This is also right. Should I give one line over here and one more line over here? Now let me just see. Okay, and let me just go back, refresh, and click on edit. No, it is saying that the page itself was not found. Oh, the page itself is not found. It is saying. Should I? What else I have given the paths? Okay, edit and then delete. Okay, should I add this somewhere? One second, guys. One second. some mistake. Just a second, guys. I'm checking. I'm not able to find the error. Where should I give this? Okay, let me just try it out now. Okay, delete. Okay, it is telling that unterminated string literal. Okay, it is saying that somewhere we have not terminated. Delete. Okay, now we will try. Okay. Not sure whether it will work or not, but let's give it a try. Okay, let me just redirect, edit. Yes. See guys, it is working now. Thank God. Okay, let me just go back and I can see something like EZs and all. Okay, so we will just write this one as ID. Okay, IDEs. Okay, now. Okay, let me just go back here. And if I just go back, refresh, see if you just click on this edit, see we are getting 5. And now if I just click on delete, I will tell you this will be deleted. See 360 Python FSD. If you just see here, see 360 Python FSD, it is ID number 1. I'm trying to delete it. Okay, if I just go click on delete, okay, it is, I think redirect is not defined. That's what I told now. We have to define it. I'll just go back here. Next to HTTP response, I will just give redirect. Okay, now let me just refresh it. Okay, and if I just go back and refresh it, okay, it is telling site cannot be reached. Let me just refresh this page again. Okay, so I think, okay, it is saying that cannot import redirect from Django HTTP. I will just check in internet like what exactly I have to use for redirect. Okay. So then I'll get, okay, Django.http has nothing. Okay. So let me just check it here. I forgot like what exactly that we have to use this. Okay. Okay. Import URL from Django. Okay. From homes. Okay. And the path includes, so what we have to do. Yeah, I think repath is there. It is redirect. 1 second. Know like how we can import redirect. I think it is Django from okay, I will just write okay from Django dot redirect import read. I don't think so. This is the thing. But what is it? Okay. There is no module. Yeah. 1 second, guys. I'll check. I think it is here. Okay, wait. I'll just give a try again. I think it is after render. I think it is redirect. Okay. Yes. Thank God. Okay. So now let me just go back here. Okay, and then close this. Okay. If I just go and then refresh here, see. Okay. Now let me just refresh. See, it's got deleted. Can you see the first one has got deleted? Let me just go back to my database and see here. FST Python is there. If I just refresh, see, it is gone. Correct. See, now I'm going to delete React. Okay, so I'm going to delete React. Let me just go back to my the first screen. See, I'm just going to click on edit. Okay, and if I just come and then if I just click on delete for the React, see, it is deleted. Not only here in the front end, but also in the database is also getting deleted. Can you see, guys? Can you see? Anybody have doubt? I'm sorry for forgetting like where exactly it is rendered, but see now it is exactly like however we have expected it is working, isn't it? So anybody have doubt here? Anybody have doubt here? Now I will show you like how exactly we can edit. Okay. So in order to edit, let me just go back. Okay, so let me just go back. So for that editing, so we have a different code, guys. Okay, so what we have to do in order to edit means we have to create one more file here. Okay, I'm just going to create a one more file, and that's basically called as edit course. Okay, that's basically called as edit course.html. Okay, so we can edit it over here. Okay, before one. Okay, I'm just going to write it over here. So in order to edit, what I have to do is I'll just go with like doc and then tag, and then inside the body, okay, inside the body, I'm just going to create a form because I have to get the form, right? So I'm going to write the form, and then I'm just going to write the method. Let me say it is like post method. Okay, it's a post method. And inside this, I'm just going to write something called as CSRF token. So I'm just going to write what? I'm just going to write CSRF token, and then I'm just going to write what? Percentage. Okay, and then I'm just going to write a table. Okay, after this, let me just give a TR. Okay, and then the TD, like the updated things, I have to write it over here. Okay, course name. Okay, and then I'm just going to write what? One more TD. Okay, and then the input type, let me just give it as text, and then never forget to give the name. That's basically called as C name. And here, as my already the data, whatever is there should come. So I have to use something called as value. Okay, I have to use value. And here I'm just going to use something called as data.cname. Okay, like this, I have to repeat for everything. So let me just do that. I'm just going for TR, and then I'm just going with a TD, and then I'm just going to give something called as course duration. Okay, course duration, and then I'm just going to write TD. Okay, and then the input type, and then I'm just going to pass a number. Okay, after this, I'm just going to give a name. So that's basically called as what? A CDO. Okay, so after this, I have to pass what? The value. So what's the value basically? So here, I'm just going to write data.cdo. Okay, data.cdo. Okay, after this, let me just go with what? A TR. Okay, and then the TD, let me just say what? Course price. Okay, okay, we'll just write what? Course price. Okay, so after this end, and then I'm just going to write one more, and then I'm just going to give the input type. So here also it is what? Number. Okay, here also it's number, and then let me just write the name. So here we are going to write what? C price. If you does not give any of these values properly, I will tell you nothing is going to work. Okay, so you have to give what? Proper values. Data dot what? C price. Okay, is this is fine till here? Anybody have done? So after this, I'm just going to pass what? One more submit button. TR, and then I'm just going to give TD, and then the input type what? Submit button. Okay, and then what? The submit button. So let me just refresh. Okay, let me just refresh. Okay, so I'll just go to this and then refresh this. Okay, now if I just click on edit, guys, that form should come. Okay, if I just click on edit, okay, it is not coming because I have not given under this edit. Okay, I have not given the like file name. I will just write something like return render. Okay, what I should do, I should request. For what I should request for edit underscore, what I have given, edit underscore course. Okay, dot html. Okay, so now let's just see. If I just go back, okay, if I just refresh, let me say I wanna edit this. Okay, but I have to get the values here. Why I'm not getting the values? Let me just go back and then check here. Um, data, or it is D, I guess. Okay, it's not data. I think I should give D. Okay, let me just check. Okay, why I'm not getting is because I have not written the code. I have not telling like what that data exactly is. That is the reason it is not coming. So now let me just write what is this data basically. So for that, what we have to do is we have to go to the views. Okay, under this edit, we have something. So let me just write it. So what we have to write in this edit means Okay, and enter. Okay, here what I'll write means if it is request the dot post, if the request dot method is equals to what, post method. Okay, request dot is equals to post method, and then I'm just going to write x is equals to what, request dot post. Okay, and then I'm just going to write what, c name. Okay, after this let me just write y, and then I'm just going to write the request dot post. Okay, request dot post. So this is the reason we were not getting the values. Okay, see you. Okay, after this let me just write z is equals to request dot post. Okay, so this is basically called as C price. Okay, this is basically called as C price, and now I'm just going to write courses. Okay, this is basically courses dot objects. Okay, dot filter. Here I should get based on what, my ID is equals to RID. Okay, now I am going to use something called as an update function in order to update. Okay, c dot update. So we have something called as an inbuilt function. Okay, in Django, where c name is equals to what, x. Okay, c dur is equals to what, y, and then c price is equals to what, z. Okay, after this I'm just going to return. Okay, after this I'm just going to return for the redirect. So like after I edit, it should get back to what, the normal one. Okay, so after this I'm just going to write one else part. Okay, so sorry, else it's not like this. Okay, after this I'm just going to write the else part. So basically I'm just going to give the empty content. Okay, after this now I'm going to write my data. Okay, I'm going to write my data. So it should get based on what? Based on courses. Okay, courses dot objects. Okay, dot get. Okay, dot get, where ID is equals to what? RID. So after this, I'm just going to write a return render. This one I'm going to write. I'm just going to erase this. Okay, and delete. Okay, enter. Okay, so this basically comes over here. So at the end, I have to basically add that content. That content is nothing but my data. Okay, now see this, it will work. Okay, now see it will work. If I just go back, refresh, click on edit, see, we are getting the data. Clear, guys? Now it is data science, right? Now you can just see in my thing, data science is there. What we will change this data science to? You guys tell me. Anybody respond? What we will change this data to? What we will change, guys? The database. Okay, attendance. Sorry. No. What we will change? Okay. Somebody please respond. Okay, we will change it to ExcelR. Okay, we will change it to what? ExcelR. So I will change this data science to what? ExcelR. Okay, ExcelR, and then I will click on submit. Okay, can you see? ExcelR, it is changed. And now if you just go to the database, can you see it was data science here, right? Can you see it was data science here? And then if you just refresh, can you see it has changed to ExcelR? I saw one quick message in the chat. So finally our project is completed. Can you see it's totally working with all the CRUD operations with the student details. Okay, now let me just to show you like how exactly it is going to work. Now I'm going to add the ID number 9. Okay, so now what I'll do, I will just go back. I'll just close all these things. I want one quick response from all the students. Okay, we are finally done with what our project. Okay, so I'll just refresh this. So we are going to get a link. So this is how my project basically going to start. So here we are going to this link. Okay, we are going to get the default database. Now let me say I want to add Python to this. In order to add the Python, I'll just use something called as course. Okay, and then I'm going to type something called as what? Python. Okay, let me just say it is a 30 days course, and then it will cost around 10,000 rupees. Okay, and if I click on submit, the record is added successfully. And if I just go to this database, see my Python has been added successfully. Okay, now what I will do, I will just get back to my normal one. Okay, I will just get back to my normal one. And then if I just enter, see, we have got the Python. Suppose if you want to edit this Python to core Python, you can just edit it. Okay, you can just edit it to what? Core Python, and just make it C as what? Caps. Okay, and if you just click on submit, see it is edited to the core Python. Not only here, even in the database also it's been added. Can you see core Python? It's added. Okay, after that, let me just get back here. And if I just click on this delete, okay, it's successfully deleted over here. And if I just get back to this database and if I just refresh, see it's deleted here. Is this is clear? Anybody have doubt? Guys, anybody have doubt? No, thank you, Rajita, for there in session. I thought you have not attended today's session. You joined late, no? Everyone, please respond. This is the project that I will be, I told that I will be doing. Actually, you can add so many like bootstraps for that, but I don't have enough time to show that, but I am showing the project like what it can be done from my side. Okay, so please, everybody respond. Okay, thank you. Only three among 150 members, only three are responding. Okay, now what I will do, whatever the code that I have added, I will just add it in the notepad file. Okay, I think what I will do, I'm just going to, okay, okay, thank you. So now here what I will do, it's like create, right? I'm just going to add all the data in one. Okay, I'm just going to add, this is urls.py. Okay, and I'm just going to add views.py. Okay. Okay, views.py. After this, we have created so many HTML files, right? What are those? We have created create course, a dashboard, edit course. Okay, we have created what? Create course, dashboard. Okay, after this, we have what? Edit course. Okay, so let me just add all the data here. Okay, I will just add this URLs. So if you guys have any doubts with respect to any of the sessions that I have taken, please do let me know. I'm here to help. Okay. Yes, after this, you can just go to the course. Guys, respond any doubts from the sessions that whatever I have handled. Like we almost spent 10 hours together. Correct. So you guys know anything? Edit course. Let me just copy this, get back, and add here. Okay, so this is what we have done in today's session. And we have completed the project successfully. Right? Okay. We will do the documentation now. Ma'am, is there any icon for Amazon project? Yes, a very good question, Shafin. Actually, the project what I have done, it's like completely built by me. Okay, but there are something called as bootstrap template. Yeah, I will send it, Pratibha. Okay. So there is something called as an bootstrap templates. Okay, if you just go ahead here, okay, and if you just type something called as bootstrap, okay, and then template. Okay, template. So if I just enter, okay, so here you have got templates or themes. Okay, if you just click on it, see it's a complete folder. Okay, I will show you. You can actually download one complete one, and then I will show you like how exactly it looks. Okay, and one second. Sign in by other themes. It is same. Okay, categories. I'll go with see. You can even select the categories here. I'll just go with admin and then dashboard. See, if you are going ahead to create a dashboard, something like this, see, you have to pay. If you pay, actually, you can like create the project like this. That means already the dashboard will be ready. Only to that particular place you have to go and then you have to edit it. Okay. Any doubts here? Free downloads, ma'am. I think you have, because I have made one project using this. I don't know, like this I'm getting, ma'am. Okay, what you are getting? Yeah, this is only the notes, I guess, which I've sent. Oh, okay. It's okay. I think you should get it from Excel side itself, or else I think you can't be able to access it. Okay, I will definitely share tonight with uh, ExcelR team so that they will help you guys. Okay, see, album we have. Okay, I have downloaded, but I'm not sure which site it was. Okay, bootstrap templates for Django. Bootstrap templates for Django. So if I just do this, okay, if I just do this, think, Django templates. I don't know, like I'm not getting it, but this is how, like, I had done one project. I totally remember. See, this is how you can do actually. So once you download, this code also will be downloaded in a zip folder, and then you can use it, guys. Okay. Please upload in LMS as all we can use. Yeah, definitely I will share tonight itself. Okay. Shushmita, can I have any one mail ID like where to whom that I can share it so that I
Yeah,
will
sure,
share?
Mama. Yeah, like you wanted to share the documents, right?
Yeah, I will make it as a zip folder and then I will share it so that
Okay,
it will
those
be
mail
helpful,
ID
I
you
guess.
can okay, those mail ID you can just share to Chandana's. I hope you have
I
Chandana mail ID.
yeah, I think I have Pratik's also. I will do that. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
so whatever from the team which you got a mail, no, for that you can just
yeah,
revert it.
sure. I will. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So I will be sharing that with you guys. Okay. So you have any doubts? You can. I'm ready to take up. If you guys have any doubts, please you can shoot the questions if you have some. I've done what is like needful in a very less duration of time. Because in order to do one project in Django, no, it's not simple. I can say that. See, if you want to get into some framework, first you should be good with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, then only you can do Django. So Django is not something like where you can straight away go end up. Okay, it's basically framework we say. Okay. Sure. Mm, mm, just see it right. If I share it now, you guys are able to access. Huh? That's what the doubt I have because models dot. Okay, did I save the file as py? Yeah, it's text. Okay, so I've shared that file. You can just check it right now and then let me know. But any which ways, by the end of the day, I will share all the notes and the project file also. I'm going to zip it and then I'm going to send. So guys, please respond back. So if you have any doubts, um, anything that you have not got, I would recommend you guys to go watch the video again. Okay, if we don't get from LMS, then all our 10 hours will be. No, you will definitely get. The sessions are getting recorded, Rajita. So definitely you'll get all the videos. I can say that ExcelR itself is like some database which holds all the data. So need not to worry. Okay, so I would recommend you guys to be good because it's not like yeah, it will be available. Yes, Rajita, it will be available. Okay. So what I recommend you guys is before you start applying for jobs or like if anybody, if it is, if you guys are already working, I will tell you don't get into too many things at one site. Okay. First, concentrate on one particular programming language, get 100% confidence on it, and then you start learning another programming language, but don't leave the grip of that. How can you not leave the grip? Means you have to be frequently revising it. That's how you cannot like forget the other things. Okay, sessions are available. Only code materials are there from your class. Is it Rajita? I don't know. Shushmita should say. Shushmita, they're asking that sessions are not available. It seems they have only the materials. they're saying or available. Okay.
So actually,
Okay.
yeah, all those recordings will be available on LMS dashboard.
I will share it right now. Like as soon as I end the session, I will. I think I'm done for
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day. Can I leave?
Yeah, if you're done, that's okay, ma'am. You can leave. Thank you. Thank you so
Fantastic.
much for your valuable feedback.
You
Yeah,
conducted
thank you.
very well. Thanks
Yeah,
so much
sure,
for
definitely.
responding. Also. Thank you. Bye. Good
Yeah,
night. Bye, guys.
that's
It was
welcome,
really
ma'am.
nice meeting you. Bye.
Students, like we are done for the day. I mean, Akshita ma'am has done for the day. So as for the 5 days of sessions, so from Monday you'll be having a different topic with a different trainer, as you all know about this. So one more important update. So from Monday, whatever the session, no. So usually we will be handling the session from 7 to 9. So there will be some changes. Like from Monday, the session will be on 7:30 to 9:30. Okay. So there is only a changes of 30 minutes. The session will be starts from 7:30 to and it ends at 9:30. So all the 5 days is the next 5 days is will be the same timings. Okay. I hope you all understood. Like from Monday you have to join the session at 7:30. Okay. And I have some questions in the chat. I'll just clear it out. So I have shared some attendance link on the chat. So if you have not marked an attendance, kindly mark your attendance. And from one of a student, like you are telling that you are not getting the certificate from 2 months. As for the certificate, we will just see all the criterias. Like if you have scored 60% of attendance, then only you will receive the certificate. Okay, if you have already marked an attendance, I understood your concern. You can just mail to the edl@excelr.com. If you guys have any query, you can just drop a mail to edl@excelr.com. Okay. Yeah, after each and every course, which at least we need 10 working days to give the certificate. It is not like when you complete the course, we will not give you the certificate. You have to wait at least for 7 to 10 working days. We need it. How to log in for LMS portal? We already showed we have given a KT on a first day. We already showed how to log in. If you have registered or to your register mail ID, you will get a link. Using that link with the help of your credential, like your mail ID and the password, you have to set the password first. With the help of that credential, you have to log into your dashboard. So in that dashboard, everything will be visible, like the session recordings, materials, everything will be visible. Okay. So yeah, once again, I'm telling, like from Monday, you will be having a session from 7:30. You have to join the session at 7:30. The ends with 9:30. Okay. And yeah, one more thing. So students, in the between, I hope you all listened what Nitya ma'am told about the NASCOM project and internship. So if you guys are really interested, like if you have any query, okay, before your interest, if you have any query, kindly drop a mail to project.internship@excelr.com. Okay. Project.internship@excelr.com. If you drop the mail, our team will contact you and they will guide you everything about the internship and the project. I will just ping that mail ID on the chat. Kindly note that mail ID. If you guys have any query, you can just drop a mail to that. It's related, the query which I am telling, it is related to the project and internship only. To that mail ID, don't ask your certificates. Okay. Project@internship.com. I mean, sorry, internship@excelr.com. Any other queries or questions, guys? And one more thing. So kindly don't join the session if you are only interested in attendance. Okay, this session is going for your knowledge purpose, and if you know something, then only you can apply for the better jobs. And you in that better jobs in the resume, you will find out the better, like if you have done the internship, then only you will get a better jobs. Okay, don't join for the attendance purpose. Okay, I hope we are done for the day. As usual, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, like Saturday and Sunday, we don't have any session. Again, we are joining on Monday, that is at evening 7 p.m. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Good night. We'll meet again by Monday. Thank you, everyone.